So it's very important to understand Bitcoin from first principles. And to understand it, you first have to understand how money comes into existence. And at a very basic level, any society that trades amongst its people necessarily produces a most tradable thing, right? Something becomes more tradable than everything else. And whatever that thing is money. So like in prisons, you have cigarettes, right? In ancient Africa, we had glass beads, we use salt, we use cattle, we use all these different things as money based on the technological realities of the society shaping money. But what it comes down to are basically 5 critical properties. So money has to be divisible, so it can price things, has to be durable, which means it lasts over time, has to be recognizable, which means people can objectively verify what it is, has to be portable, so you can move it across space, and very importantly, it has to be scarce, verifiably scarce. And this protects it from people trying to debase its value over time, as we see central banks doing the fiat currency today. So the real short answer is there's only one analog gold for a reason, right? The value of money is found in its liquidity and its network effects. So for Bitcoin specifically, looking at it again across those 5 properties, first of all, it was first. It was released into the world at a time when no comparative technology existed, right? And because it's just pure information, it's basically infinitely divisible because it can be broken down and recombined at near zero cost. It's infinitely durable because information does not decompose. It's infinitely recognizable because it's like the written word, right? This information is the most easily recognizable thing in the world. It's infinitely portable because it can move at the speed of light across telecommunications channels. And then very importantly, Satoshi combined basically economics and game theory with thermodynamics to make it absolutely scarce. We've never had anything in the world that exhibits absolute scarcity. So even with gold, for instance, if we could flip a switch right now and make everyone in the world mine gold, we could increase the supply very rapidly. So everything physical in the world is a function of our time necessary to produce it. But with Bitcoin, for the first time in history, we have a money that you cannot increase the supply of whatsoever. There only will ever be 21 million, and no one can change that. So it's like there's a bit of a nuanced concept called path dependence as to why Bitcoin was first, made it increasingly important. But to create a money to say compete with Bitcoin, you have to actually fork the social layer. So you can go and create all the monies you want, right? Robert Coin 1 to infinity. But then you have to convince people to sacrifice their Bitcoin or dollars or other forms of money to buy your coin. And the ingenious thing about Bitcoin is because it was first, it basically optimized all those properties for holders. So it has zero unexpected inflation. It cannot be confiscated. It cannot be counterfeit. And so there's basically Satoshi left no design space for anyone to come in and disrupt Bitcoin. So again, it's for the same reasons we have one analog gold in the world, we're only likely to have one digital gold.